Welcome back to Mass Appeal. Are you looking to spice up your breakfast? Well, we've got a new twist on an old favorite with Annie Lytle-Rich. She's from Shelburne Falls Coffee Roasters. Now we're making a new breakfast sandwich because a lot of people, they'll just do like toast and an egg or a grapefruit, but we're gonna make an excellent breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, we're gonna make a great twist on a classic bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich. And what makes this so special is we're gonna put a special cream cheese on it.
Well, that's what threw me for a loop originally too, cream cheese on a breakfast sandwich.
Yes, people get really scared about it, but
Yeah.
then I've never had anyone who didn't love it. And we sell a ton of these. They're incredibly popular. So what we do is we take regular
Good old-fashioned cream cheese.
old-fashioned cream cheese, and it's just 2 more ingredients. It's just sun-dried tomatoes and jalapeno peppers.
Now, do you chop them up really small?
Well, what you would want to do is put it into the food processor and just kind of give it a few pulses, and so that it got really small. And then you pour it all together into a bowl, just the bits of the jalapeno and the tomato and the cream cheese, and you mix it all up, and you end up with this.
Oh, that looks tasty.
Tasty, and it's great. We eat it as a dip.
Well, because you know what's neat about it too, a lot of people, they pay a ton of money to get these specialty cream cheeses, but it's really just as easy as a food processor.
It's so easy to use at home. You can put olives in it, you can put chive and garlic in it. Those are some popular ones we do. You can put some carrots and some peppers. It's super easy to make your own cream cheese, and they last forever. So what I would do is I'd make it all on Sunday night, and then I have it for the entire week.
How long do you think it stays good for? Just about a week?
Probably about a week.
Because you're mixing it up with all these natural things.
Exactly. So about a week. But I mean, that's plenty. So then what we're going to do is another way to make it really quick and easy in the morning is we pick up one of these. Have you seen this before?
No.
You can buy them at Walmart. They're like $3. And this is going to heat your egg and the bacon
Just in the microwave.
And it takes about 45 seconds to heat it.
You crack the egg in here.
So I'll show you.
Yes, please.
Start that up.
All right, here we go.
So what you do is you just open it. You want to use this end. I learned that the hard way. And so you crack your egg in. And then if you're feeling really lazy, you can just mix it up with the...
Oh, that's a good tip. Now
so you don't even have to use a fork.
Because that's the thing, you always waste that one fork and you can't reuse it.
I don't even bother with that.
So is it just this easy then? We close it up?
Well, it's almost that easy, but you want to put bacon in first, because that way we save an extra step. So I usually take, this is about a half a slice of bacon, and what I've done is we bake this in advance. And this will last for a few days too. So you can really do a lot of your prep work, like I said, on Sunday, so you're ready for the week.
So minus the eggs, you can pretty much make your breakfast sandwiches ahead of time.
Exactly. So I like a lot of bacon.
Oh, that makes 2 of us.
Yep. So you put it in.
So you should come here for breakfast more often.
Yeah.
Now we put this in the microwave?
And you just put this in the microwave for, microwaves are different, but between 30 seconds and a minute. So I'll start it for 30 seconds.
Okay, well then you know what we're going to do? We're going to finish this up a little bit later in the show, but we haven't even begun yet because we're also doing coffee too. We're going to show you how a French press works, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Mass Appeal, and we are back with Annie Lytle-Rich from Shelburne Falls Coffee Roasters. We are making some tasty treats.
We are. It smells good over here. It smells like breakfast.
So we don't have a lot of
Bacon and
time,
eggs.
but let's finish up this breakfast sandwich before we get into the French press.
All right, so what I did here while you guys were gone is when I took it out, I took the cheese and I immediately put the cheese right on top of the bacon and egg, and I closed it and I just let it sit.
And it's melting. This little doohickey is something.
It's amazing. And we have a sharp cheddar, and I don't like it when a sharp cheddar gets too melty because then I can't taste the sharp cheddar.
That's true.
So this is the perfect amount of melting. So then I pop some tomatoes on it, and I very quickly put the cream cheese on the bottom of my bagel, and you don't want to put too much because then when you cut the sandwich, the cream cheese
out.
goes
You're going to have a little cream cheese go.
But then you have a little.
Then you have a little extra for later.
Yeah, exactly.
We're good for now. All right, and then you just take the top of your bagel, pop it on top.
Oh, this
Flip
makes
it.
life easy.
Bam! Look at that.
Give it a little tap.
Give it a little tap. Sometimes it gets
Maybe
stuck on
2
the bottom.
taps sometimes.
If you are someone like me and forgot to put butter on it.
It's giving you a workout.
There we go.
Perfect.
Pop this on top.
I'm never going to cook eggs again, only microwaving them.
And cut it in half, and you've got your breakfast sandwich.
And you're out the door.
And this should take like 2.5 minutes to make.
All right.
That's like a gourmet breakfast sandwich.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
that.
delicious.
Now
So-
let's move past to the French press. Now, how do one of these guys work?
All right, so this is actually, I think, the easiest way to make coffee. It just takes a little bit extra work on whoever's making the coffee. So what you do is you take your French press, and this is a Bodum classic French press. I got this at Target. Super easy to get. And you'll see I have 2 pots of water going here, and that's because you use one to heat it up. Because if you pour, the best way to make coffee, if the water is not hot or the coffee gets cold, the coffee is not going to taste good. So you want to make sure that whenever you're making coffee, what you're making it is hot.
So one thing of water is to heat it, and then the other, you pour it out and then use the other hot water.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
exactly.
smart.
And so I would recommend not doing these in pots because it's dangerous to pour
So
boiling
don't
water
do it this way.
into it. And so I already heated it up, so we're fine with that. But I just wanted you to see the 2 pots.
And then we pour the coffee in first.
Yes, don't pour the whole bean. You want to have it ground, and it's really important to have it ground on coarse. When you do get like a regular bag of coffee that's already ground, it's usually ground for a regular coffee maker, which is called auto drip, and it's too
Right.
fine, it'll get stuck. All in here, it'll be hard to plunge. So
you
you
need
want
it
to make sure it's
coarse.
coarse. It should be like sand, like coarse,
Gravelly
like
feeling,
gravelly.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not like a soft sand.
And we always want to buy whole beans, right, if at all possible, and grind them ourselves?
And grind them yourselves. You get like a little Mr. Coffee Maker. It's easy to grind in the morning. It only takes a few extra seconds.
Now, why does it taste so much better that way?
Tastes so much better that way because as soon as oxygen hits the bean, that's when it starts to lose its flavor. So the more oxygen, the more oxygen you have, the stale your coffee is going to taste. So if the beans are whole, less of the bean is getting touched by that oxygen.
Oh, that
So
makes
when
sense.
you grind it, it's kind of like protecting itself. So when you grind it, it's immediately going to release those flavors.
That does make sense, yeah.
Yep. So you pour it in, and now you're going to put it on top.
Mm-hmm.
And after 1 minute, you give it a stir to let the beans bloom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wait 3 more minutes, so 4 minutes total. And then you just press it
Plunge
down,
it down?
plunge
Now,
it down.
Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of time, but shall we?
It'll still taste delicious, yep.
I bet it will.
Plunge it down.
Here we go.
And if you're having a hard time plunging it, that means you're ground it too fine.
So that's pushing all the
All the
coffee grounds
beans
down.
to the bottom. And you do with a French press, you get a little bit of grinds, sometimes at the bottom of your cup.
Just builds character, though.
Builds
That's
character,
just
it's
a
an
nice
acquired
surprise,
taste.
yeah.
It shows how hardcore you
Yay.
are about your coffee. That you like
Yeah, you're
grinds.
definitely a
You
coffee
feel
drinker.
classy, you know?
Right?
Yeah,
And
you
the
got
last
French
thing
press.
that's important is after you've done this, you want to pour it immediately, or some people pour it into a decanter if you really want to impress your friends. And because it's just like a tea bag. If you let this steep with the coffee grounds in there, it's gonna get a little bit bitter. But you can see how nice and thick.
It was already. We didn't even do it
You've
for
got a
4
nice
minutes.
crema up there. Exactly.
Oh, crema.
Yep,
Fancy.
Wow, well, thank you so much,
gonna
Annabelle.
say,
That looks great.
And T.S., if you want the recipe for this sandwich or any French press tips, just go online, mymassappeal.com a little bit later today.